Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the podcast where nothing makes sense. Off topic. Here we start with a singular topic and end up talking about anything and everything that strikes our ADHD-addled fancy. Join us as we jump into a rather creative topic and discuss the greatest things since sliced bread: stupid inventions. I am here with my fellow nerds, Isaac and Cosmo, to ponder this week's orb, which hopefully they've prepared for because we're about to go for a ride. Now,
I
what do
actually
you...
did prepare. I invented some things. Patents pending.
Fancy.
I did not invent any things, but I had some great ideas.
Fancy. We will get to that eventually. But first I'm going to ask the question, what do you guys think of stupid inventions, or inventions in general?
Honestly, we should stop making
You
things.
said pondering the orb, and now I'm imagining like a magic 8 ball kind of thing, where it's a crystal ball that just shows random shower thoughts when you tap it or something.
Whoa. It could be connected to like the internet or something so that it has an infinite number of answers.
That's crowdsourced 8-ball.
Sorry, what was the question?
Just generally, what do you guys think of inventions in general? This is just kind of a basic starting question.
Inventions are neat.
They are.
They make the world go round.
They do.
They also make wheels go round.
The wheel was an invention. Imagine
And
how much different
electricity.
the world would be if we hadn't discovered the wheel yet.
We just walk everywhere.
Exactly. But also all doors wouldn't exist. Cars would not exist. Carts would not exist. You'd have to carry everything. The Wheel of Fortune would not be a thing. We'd all have to be watching Jeopardy.
Not the Wheel of Fortune. No. My
The
favorite
box of fortune.
box of fortune.
Of Fortune. It's just a dice. It's a multi-sided die. How many sides would you need on a die before you just considered it the invention of the wheel? Imagine the wheel wasn't invented yet, and some D&D person was like, you know what, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make the 1,000-sided die, and they get to the end, they're like, what have I done? It's just a circle that rolls. Wait a minute.
I mean, have you ever seen 100-sided die? Those are definitely just spheres.
100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cosmo's got a 100-sided die. He also has
so
a
expensive.
He also has a 30-sided die.
That's not quite a sphere.
It's not quite a
That's
sphere,
just
but
unique.
it's just cool. Yeah, it's goofy. Goofy
It's
silly.
goofy.
It's a dumb invention because nothing actually uses them. Oh,
It's a dumb invention. We're on
Possibly hot
topic.
I
You
you.
I found a use for the 30-sided die. Thank you very much.
Oh, for real? Do tell.
Yeah. Oh, it was a weapon that instead of rolling a d20 to hit, it was a d30.
Oh, okay.
So it's just better.
that would be
Fair
interesting.
enough.
Especially at higher levels when characters have wicked high armor classes.
Mhm. It's almost like I had an enemy in a certain campaign that I had that weapon. But I digress.
Yeah. So kind of, I think most of the meat and potatoes of what this episode is going to be is, as I said, hopefully you guys have prepared for this and done a little bit of research like I had asked you to.
Did someone say
Cosmo.
potatoes?
Yeah, yes, potatoes. Potatoes. I knew somebody
I-
was going to point that
I-
out. Potatoes.
I didn't know the theme until now, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, Cosmo, you had been on vacation and we had been planning on recording earlier, and we never got around to it. So you did not get a chance to do this,
Yippee.
but you can kind of do this on the fly.
Cosmo's just gonna be the commentator.
Yeah.
live
But
reactions.
kind of what I had intended for us to do was kind of look for useless inventions or stupid inventions, stuff like that, and kind of just share kind of stuff that that you discovered or found on the internet that was about that was just stupid inventions and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I haven't actually like done that much research into specific like inventions that were dumb because I figured it would probably end up getting really redundant. But I can tell you right now, one of the best spots to look for that would be on TikTok. Because the amount of crap they got on there that's just like, look, I reinvented the wheel, made something worse. Like it's gonna be there.
DIY a bunch of things.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of things. The you have everybody knows about the pet rock.
That's not useless.
It's
I
completely
mean,
useless. It's a
I
rock.
have a pet rock, and it is so emotionally supporting.
I'm gonna emotionally scar your pet rock.
No.
Rocks are stupid. Like by definition, they don't have intelligence.
Wow. You have little faith.
But
I actually have a lot
apparently,
of faith, just not in rocks.
apparently in the mid 70s, people were actually selling like there was like a thing about a pet rock that you could buy that was like a specific pet rock. Gary Dahl marketed these ordinary rocks as if they were live pets. He complete with a carrying case and a comprehensive owner's manual on their care and training.
Brother, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane. The fact that he probably made bank off of it too.
I know, yeah, capturing the imagination of millions, turning into a short-lived but intense fad.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait. To get actually kind of serious about that for a second, though, what would be the difference between a pet rock and like a doll? Like genuinely,
Marketing, that's about it.
exactly. Like they're
I would
two inanimate objects that we assign like a personality and life to. The only difference is one looks like it's something that would actually have life. So really, you're just creating like a blank doll that anyone can have and be happy with.
Yeah.
Got to be credit where credit's due. That's clever.
And then to bounce off of that, there is another wonderful thing that appeared after that. Decades later, they invented the USB pet rock.
So what
The USB pet rock. You could plug it into your computer, and guess what it did?
Oh god.
was it a flash drive or did it just have a pet rock on your computer?
No, 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 no. This was a physical pet rock that had a USB cord to it so that you could connect it to your computer. Guess what it did?
Oh god.
Oh,
Is it like
nothing.
a virus?
That would be really funny, but no, it's probably better than that. It did absolutely nothing.
It just plug it in.
Didn't store
It just
data
does.
or improve computer performance or interact with any software in any way. It was literally just a rock with a cable that took up a USB port.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
This this news article is the USB pet rock serves as a playful nod to its predecessor, capitalizing on the nostalgia and absurdity of connecting a piece of nature to the height of modern technology.
Modern technology does absolutely nothing.
Oh, pain. How is humanity still a thing?
I don't know.
Like, honestly.
Honestly.
Let's see what else is there. The rest of this list is absurd, but not really useless. Besides, like stuff like diet water. Uh,
I think I saw that article when I did a quick dig. Okay, there was one thing I've seen before that there was like a couple like really weird things on these school like shoot, what's the word? Funding? Like what's the word when you're trying to raise money for a thing? And so you have like you sell stuff. Fundraiser, that's the word. I'm
fundraiser,
stupid.
I think. Yeah,
Anyways, it was a fundraiser, and we were selling this stuff on this fundraiser magazine. And they had a couple like really bizarre options of things that I was like, I mean, this is really dumb, but also like I ain't gonna lie, I can see it being useful. Um, the first one being it was this like plastic, you could probably 3D print it, honestly. It's like plastic piece you put underneath a water faucet, and it literally is basically just a U shape so that the water would then go in and then come out, and you could like turn any sink into a drinking fountain, like water fountain,
yeah,
which was like kind of clever, but also I just don't see it working at all well because all sorts of faucets have all sorts of different like they don't have the same spout of water, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like you put in one thing and it's going to be squirting all over the place and not actually doing what it's supposed to. I was like, I don't see that being efficient. And then the other thing was refillable water balloons, reusable water balloons, which were basically just sponges. It was like some sort of fabric that you just soak with water, and I was like, that's gonna hurt. Like you're basically soaking a like woolen mitten and just throwing it at someone's face. That's going to sting.
yeah.
Someone got real mad when everyone else stole the water balloons from them and decided to like take it out on people. Like imagine it's winter and that gets a little cold, and suddenly you've got an ice mitten that you're just launching at someone's back.
Oh my god.
Nah, that's dangerous.
Hmm. Do you think Rube Goldberg machines are useless? Because they're pretty useless, but they're really entertaining.
I would,
Entertainment, I think, has to go into factor.
yeah, I would say that they're not useless because they do achieve a goal. They do something.
Yeah, but
But they
they
are
you could do that like 10
stupid. But
times
they are
easier.
stupid, which was the initial prompt anyway.
But are they stupid? I would argue that they're incredibly intelligent. Like the
It
amount of
requires a
effort
lot of
and like
intelligence to make, and it's very stupid for your use of intelligence being a Rube Goldberg machine.
it doesn't have a practical effect, but I don't think it can be defined as like actually stupid. Because obviously they're very fascinating. They hold people's attention really well. Like they're around for a reason, and people pay attention to them for a reason.
Their entire point is to be overcomplicated.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another, I don't have the article pulled up for this one, but I found something where, and I don't think it even had any more text than this. Fundies, the underwear for two.
Nope.
Huh?
Nope. 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 Straight no. Heck nah. What is
Wasn't
going on there?
it,
And don't answer that question.
it wasn't marketed as like a weird thing. It was marketed as like you and a friend, not like you and a partner, like some
What?
weird sexual thing. It was marketed for
That
you and a close friend.
makes it so much worse. I'm sorry, what?
Don't know. It's literally just a big pair of underpants with two sets of leg holes.
No.
I no.
I don't know, man.
Someone done messed up.
Somebody made a stupid invention.
We were talking stupid inventions. I didn't know we were going that stupid. Oh my gosh.
That's probably the stupidest invention
there's
that
a
I have.
limit on the stupidity. But I went over it. I went over all the
I
limits.
crossed the line from stupid.
I don't know.
My
Quite
This
stupid
ludicrous.
threshold
this next one is pretty
been
damn
maxed.
bad. Something called
Oh
a
gosh.
baby cage. Uh, the description for this on this article is the baby cage is a terrifying idea that thankfully didn't catch on. Designed for people living in apartments with limited access to green spaces, these cages were considered a good solution for getting babies out into the fresh air. What it was
What?
literally a wireframe cage with like wood boards on the bottom that you would stick out the window, and the baby would just be out the window in this wireframe cage.
Oh god.
No shot.
Do you want me to send you guys the picture of it?
Send the pics. Research didn't
I
happen.
think I could imagine it pretty well. It's just a cage that you hang out of a window.
All right,
Oh my god.
I sent it in the Discord.
Oh my god. No way.
And as the article said, thankfully it didn't catch on. But like this was like the 1930s and 1940s, and people were just
It
shoving
genuinely
babies
looks
out
like-
windows.
That sounds
it looks
about
like
right
a
for
prison,
19.
like war prisoner camp, a POW camp, just like out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so high up too.
I know.
It's an air conditioning unit. Can you close the window behind that?
Probably not. I would imagine it's open so the baby could like theoretically get back out. So the baby is
Yeah.
choosing to be out there, but it's still not good parenting.
That's not good at the human being.
I mean, as long as it's stable, there's technically no danger. Technically.
Technically speaking,
mean-
no, but it's still really sketchy.
I would argue there is some danger. I mean, you're just having a child sit outside the window.
Yeah,
Like there's issues with that.
they're not in the house anymore. They are literally out the window on a couple of boards and a wire frame. So the interesting thing is that this kind of takes a somewhat regular intersection to dangerous toys or dangerous
Oh
things,
my god.
which are technically stupid. Um, so stuff like have you guys seen like that stuff that's like dangerous kids toys?
I've seen some, yeah.
No.
Stuff like
I know
lawn
what you're talking
darts. You know what lawn darts are, right?
Yeah.
They're darts you throw on the lawn.
They split people's skulls open just for fun.
That's some like Viking level.
They're literally just heavy metal darts that you just they're more dangerous than normal darts. Stuff like this stuff is from memory. There was like a kids oven thing that was powered by a light bulb, but kids would like burn their fingers on it and stuff.
Easy bake ovens?
Yeah, the easy bake ovens.
People burn themselves on those? That's actually kind of impressive.
I think so.
Impressive.
I think it was an older iteration of them though.
Well, maybe. Like they
Probably.
got finessed or something. Someone just
Before-
decided to put an actual oven in and then realized, you know what, maybe we should just use a light bulb instead. That might be safer.
Easy bake ovens are still available on the market, but manufacturers discontinued previous versions that used light bulbs.
Oh, so the light bulbs was the original that burned people, so they changed it. That kind of makes
Yeah.
sense.
Essentially really hot light bulbs. Temperatures could reach up to 375 degrees, which, yes, would be enough to burn you.
Yeah.
What about like inventions that when they were created, everyone thought they were useless and stupid, but they were actually like the most useful thing ever?
Things that came back around. Microwaves.
Microwaves. Did people think those
Okay,
were
okay, now
bad
they
initially?
didn't exactly think it was bad. Basically, microwaves were not originally created as like the small
It's like
ovens
a
that we know of
military
them
thing,
as.
right?
Yeah, it was like in a massive production. And then one guy, okay, so the story behind how microwaves became
Oh,
like
I
the
know this
small
story.
things to put in the houses.
Yeah.
There was a dude who was trying to like do this project where they were trying to reanimate like frozen beings, like figure out how to do carbon freezing type stuff. And essentially their solution was, well, the trick is when we try to reheat these frozen bodies, we can't do it like all over the place evenly. And so they would end up with these things that like partially thaw in some spots and then they're still frozen in others, and so they just wouldn't be able to live because part of their body would be frozen. And so they created a small like microwave oven that was supposed to at least reheat it all together at the same time, just speedy. And it kind of worked. It just wasn't going to work for humans the way they expected it to, so they scrapped the
I
project. But now they had
I
microwave ovens.
I heard a different story about how it was discovered.
Yeah, the one about the guy with the chocolate bar in his pocket
Chocolate
that
bar, guy
melted.
with a
Yeah.
chocolate bar in his pocket.
It's
I'm
possible
not
that
sure I've heard of that one.
it was just like a guy who was doing stuff in his lab,
Working
working in his lab or
working on
whatever.
microwaves. And
Yeah,
he like turned it on and then noticed that his chocolate bar in his pocket melted completely. He
yeah.
Huh.
figured out it was the microwaves doing it.
So it was. I would assume that that was the guy who kind of discovered that use for microwaves, and then what you're describing would be somebody figuring out how to
Afterwards,
afterwards figuring out how to
I mean,
exactly how to
honestly,
use it.
could they be the same guy that like the guy found this and then was like, oh, we could use this on the hamster project?
That's a
I don't know.
possibility.
I'm sure there's also like lots of legends and myths around it. I'm just relatively trust this one because it came from what's his face, Tom Scott. Is that the dude who does all the stories on YouTube? He like interviewed the actual guy who was like living 100 something years old now.
Oh, I don't know.
Um, Other stupid kids' toys. Have you heard of like the old? These are really old. For the most part, the AC Gilbert Company. They created the Erector set,
No.
flying trains, magic sets, or not flying trains, flyer trains, which was just a train set things. They
When
did
you said magic
puzzles.
sets, I thought
Yes.
of Magic the Gathering. Useless invention.
Such a dumb
Useless.
invention. Get rid of it. What are we doing here?
0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Stupid invention.
But anyway, what this person did is there were a couple of uh, cases of things happening. He made caster sets where you would cast lead alloy soldiers, football players, marching band, circus animals, cowboys, and Indians, and with over 3 dozen molds. So just stuff. But you were this was marketed to children. Just pure lead, or not pure lead. It's a lead alloy, but they would have you melting down lead and pouring it into a casting set as a child.
Ba- Baby's first blacksmithing.
Um, the other thing was he sold chemistry sets, including one that contained uranium.
Uh, I'm pretty sure there was they used uranium in makeup or something too.
Yeah, I think
So
I think
people
I
were
heard
rubbing
I
that
think I heard about that too.
all over
Yeah,
their face. Uranium.
People wonder why there's so many health problems in today's world. Gee, I wonder if it's maybe the chemicals we pumped into people. I heard someone recently talking about how, like, back in my day, we didn't have allergies. We just swam in the irradiated waters in the backyards because we were tough. And I was like, maybe that's why we have allergies. I don't know. Maybe just, pumping the chemicals into you is like why we're all dealing with this. So thanks for that.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Yeah. And then the pretty much the last thing I have on this kind of like dangerous inventions tangent is, have you guys heard of this thing, theoretical, but this thing called the euthanasia coaster?
Oh God.
I've heard
Yeah, I've
of
heard of it.
euthanasia, but not the coaster.
I've
They
heard of it.
It's a theoretical coaster. They have not actually constructed it, but it would what
Oh,
it
oh,
would
wait, yes, I have.
yeah. Uh that
Yeah, I know what
would
you're talking about.
essentially kill a person by spinning them in circles so quickly that the G forces would literally just kill them.
Yeah.
So it's just a
Hmm.
set of, I think it's 7 loop-de-loops that get progressively smaller and tighter that literally just murk a person. And it's again, it's
Disney
theoretical.
gone wrong.
Disney gone wrong.
Disney World gone wrong.
I mean, yeah, that's some high level, like Jurassic Park level. Stop thinking about whether or not you should and just could you. Which, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously it's theoretical, so it did think about whether they should to an extent. But like, also, why are we even trying to figure out if that's something we could do?
yeah,
Like, who wakes up and says, we should figure out if we could like kill someone using a roller coaster?
yeah.
Oh.
And the very last thing I have, which is not a dangerous thing, but something that I was actually talking to my great grandfather about a couple of weeks ago. Um, Keurigs and coffee pods are a bad invention.
Coffee pods?
Yeah, like
What?
Oh,
or like the little plastic cups that
the
have
K
like
cups.
yeah, K cups and stuff. Yeah, for Keurigs and stuff. Um, because they cause so much waste and they're really freaking expensive.
Well, that's valid. I
They
also don't
just
like toffee, so I have no desire for them. But
they
yeah,
just like they're theoretically simpler, but like it's not difficult to
how
make a
hard would
pot
it
of
be to
coffee.
have just like, and like, why not just have a thing that you fill up to a certain spot instead of having like cups for every individual thing? You could just make like one bottle and reduce waste that way. That you
I mean,
just like, here's a spot that you pour the stuff in, and then
that's kind of how you already make coffee.
exactly like they reinvented the wheel.
Exactly. And it's so much more expensive.
Well, that's why people reinvent the wheels because they can suddenly charge you for it.
This is true.
Reinvent the wheel and suddenly your name's on the patent.
All right,
New and
so
improved
I've got
wheel.
2 more prompts that we can talk about. Do we wish to talk about
Sick.
not so stupid inventions or our own stupid inventions next? We're going to get
Our
to both of them.
own
All right.
stupid inventions.
Hot take. My stupid invention is actually genius. So it fits both categories.
All right. Do we want to use that as kind of a go in between? We'll think about some stupid inventions
Yes.
first, and then we'll
Let's think.
kind of use your one
Brilliant.
and then go to not so stupid inventions. Sounds good. We'll do
Mm-hmm.
that. All right. So I did not come up with any of my own stupid inventions, but it can't be that difficult. So what I was thinking we do is we find a problem and we solve it in the stupidest way possible.
Solve it.
So we
Aha.
need to work together to brainstorm some kind of problem in our modern world that needs
This
to
is
be
a
solved.
Jackbox game.
Yes, it's literally just a Jackbox game. We need to solve it
Okay,
somehow, but the stupidest way possible.
so first problem that comes to mind in the modern world: slow Wi-Fi. When like everything starts lagging,
Yeah.
like that's an issue. What could we do for this? My first thought is give Wi-Fi some running shoes.
You know, that's a great idea.
Mhm.
Or we could have a little Wi-Fi bot that, because sometimes it's just you're too far away from the router. You could have a little Wi-Fi bot that follows you around, a router that wanders around the house, and it could have little shoes, little running
Brilliant.
shoes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Wait, what
absolutely.
if it's a drone?
This is what we're here for.
The
This is
drone
some
Flies
won't
around
high
the
level
house.
like sci-fi horror film stuff, and I'm so here for it.
But the drone won't have little running shoes. That was part of what Isaac's solution
You couldn't put
was.
running shoes on a drone.
You absolutely could.
That would make it a stupid invention.
Rocket inventions,
We did it. Let's
rocket engines,
go.
turbo boost on the Wi-Fi drone. It can be
Just
in any
strap
room instantaneously.
fireworks to it.
Light speed travel for humans? No, we're figuring it out for the Wi-Fi bot, folks.
Teleporting Wi-Fi bot.
I mean,
Okay, actually, I have a side tangent about teleportation
ooh,
that's actually very related.
let's go off topic.
So
Oh,
teleportation,
it's related.
it's like kind of a rant about how teleportation is not as brilliant of an invention as everyone thinks it is.
Hmm. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
everyone talks about teleportation. Absolutely, it would be so convenient. Like heck yes, bring it on, But
Yeah.
have you ever actually thought about how terrifying it would be to live in a world where teleportation exists? Like, first of all, I mean, don't get me started on the whole like terrifying thoughts of what if something goes wrong and suddenly you're just gone forever because you're never like recreated. Terrifying thoughts. But that's like a safety thing. Presumably they get over that before they actually like start using it, right? Right. No, what
Presumably.
terrifies me is like how do you control where people can teleport? Like if you can teleport anywhere in the world, suddenly anyone could just teleport into your house. Or suddenly like you're at school and suddenly someone just pops in the classroom from anywhere. Like would you have to have like spots that you can't teleport to? And then at that point, like it still only goes so far. How would you stop people from like hacking past those firewalls that you've set up? Or like it's like just the idea of being able to go anywhere would genuinely be terrifying because like you make a miscalculation. Oops, you're accidentally in space. My bad. Sorry, folks. Enjoy the lack of oxygen for 30
Well,
seconds.
that's all, folks.
Exactly.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-dum.
I think it
But
would be
like
like
genuinely,
a telephone. You need to have a receiving end.
Yeah, you need to have a receiving end. That's how
I
I'd
can't
imagine it.
Yeah, I can't imagine they would figure out teleportation in a way where you could go to literally anywhere you wanted. Like,
Yeah, not
now
Dimension
we're gonna
Door from
have
D&D.
so now we're gonna have like what's the word for those people who sell stuff on the phones? Because then they're just gonna start hopping in your house to try and pitch you like this new
freaking
Oh, dude.
scammers, not
word
the
for that.
teleportation scammers.
Oh no.
Guys, the Nigerian prince is gonna end up in your house. He's just gonna start
Yeah,
talking to you in person,
if you get
and he's gonna
hacked,
be Indian for some reason.
if your teleporter gets hacked, someone can actually just appear in your house though.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like there's safety guards you could take, but I don't think you would ever be able to fully get rid of the chance of someone just like entering the wrong phone number.
Shoot,
Dialing-
wrong teleporter.
dialing your
wrong
house.
teleporter. Bro just appears in your bathroom. Don't ask me why the teleporter's in the bathroom, but he appears in the bathroom. He's like, shoot, wrong number.
But
Just someone
dialing would be a
walking in your house
whole
and be
lot
like,
more
"Yo, is this-
interesting.
Imagine like a 13-year-old walks out and be like, "Yo, are you Henry's mom?" And be like, "Dog, who are you?" Like, what do you mean am I Henry's dad? Like, I do not even know who Henry is.
Uh,
I think that was a good side tangent.
Fantastic. I'm glad you approved.
we're not supposed to be aware of the side tangents. They're just supposed to happen.
I think Isaac opened it with this as
I'm
kind
always
of a
aware of
side
my side
tangent.
tangents.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about inventions you're coming up with, right? Oh yeah, teleporting Wi-Fi bots.
Yeah.
That was it.
It's slowly getting. It's. I think at the point that we have teleportation, we're gonna have much better Wi-Fi anyway. But I do
I
have a
would
legit.
not be so sure.
You might be right. But like,
I feel like Wi-Fi is only going to get worse at that point.
I do have a very legitimate question, which is why can't you have like? I guess like just kind of why can't you move the router around your house? Like, why can't you just have a mobile router with you? Which I
well,
guess
we have to
like,
plug it into the wall.
yeah, but like you could probably have like a battery powered one. It would need a strong battery, but you could probably get a battery powered one.
Doesn't it
And
need to be connected to like an Ethernet port?
oh, I think you're right. So it needs to be
Um,
connected to the house in some way or something.
yeah.
And
Unless
but
you had a wireless router to route to another router, which routes to the rest of the house.
yeah, I don't know how the internet works.
I don't know how the internet works.
Real. Tesla
Whoa.
understood it. I don't.
Spoiler alert, we're not internet experts.
Crazy how that works.
Okay. Uh stupid inventions.
Stupid inventions. Let's come up with another problem to solve. This is going
Okay,
great.
guys. So I've been having this huge problem. You know, my house has been attacked by like many a geese recently. Many a goose.
Problems.
Hmm.
Bet. Okay. We can work with that.
Yeah.
But I need to get the geese away.
You just need a Boston Dynamics dog. The problem's already been solved.
Damn. But
maybe
that's
attach
too
a
expensive. I
maybe
need a
attach a
cheaper
turret,
solution.
a cheaper solution. Um, guys talk. I'm doing
Sorry,
research.
I'm
No.
trying to think. It's like so the problem. The geese travel in groups, right? Like you don't usually see a singular goose.
Yeah, it's usually multiple geese attacking my house at once.
I think the solution is to just get a group of meese.
Meese?
Yes, the plural of moose.
Oh.
Proper plural
Because people say
form.
that, yeah, it creates a paradox. Because if you have a group of goose, it's called geese. But if you have a group of moose, it's still called moose. So if you have a group of goose, then just summon the moose, and the geese become goose because meese can't be moose.
Whoa.
Well, then you still have one goose to deal with. That's a
But one goose
genius
is far
idea.
more manageable.
This is true.
How do
You
we deal
just
with the
take
last goose?
you just take them and you cook them up.
Yeah, at that point, just like grab the shotgun. You don't need a fancy invention
The
for that.
shotgun.
Yeah, no, that's the solution
We're
for any
military.
number of geese. Is just the shotgun.
How many problems
Well,
can we
no, 'cause
solve with just a shotgun?
if you have too many geese, like they could overpower you. You can only shoot a shotgun so fast. That's why you got to get the meese so that it becomes a moose and
You
becomes
get
a
the
goose.
fully
Because then you
automatic
can get it with the one shot.
A fully automatic shotgun. Bang, 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 bang. I bet you could solve the internet problems with a fully automatic shotgun. Just threaten the internet.
Internet not working. Go to your internet provider with a shotgun.
For legal reasons, this is a joke. This is a joke, folks. Do
This
not
is a
take us
joke. This
seriously.
is a joke. Don't actually do
If
it.
you're one of the folks actually listening to this, do not follow our advice. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Okay.
Except for the moose and geese thing. That's legit.
Okay. Go to your internet provider with a goose. Right?
Goose, there you go. Just leave.
And leave the goose
Just
in
leave.
the middle of the lobby.
Just leave geese in random stores that you don't like. That's the solution to all of our problems. Just leave random geese in random stores you dislike. Like, come
Okay,
on.
genuinely, geese are
Corporate
terrifying. That'll work.
corporate greed? Just give them a goose.
Corporate greed, more like corporate geese.
Corporate geese. Yeah, just promote all the geese to corporate managers.
I think the world needs to be run by
like,
geese.
companies should be allowed to give Karens geese. Like, imagine someone comes up and starts complaining to the manager about some stupid thing. Just launch a goose at their face. They'll never complain again.
That's the goose catapult. The goose
and this
launcher.
is why I have the patented goose launcher for all your goose launching needs.
Goose
Only
bazooka for when it needs to be more
$599 at
explosive.
your nearest Walmart. Oh my
Goose
god.
bazooka.
What we need to do is we need to figure out how to shrink down geese so that we can fire them out of a Nerf gun like blaster.
Oh my gosh, I got a genius idea. Okay, brilliant invention incoming, all right? Dehydrate the goose and then put it into a pellet. And then in front of that pellet, attach like a little water capsule so that when it hits the opponent, the water capsule breaks, fills up the other one, goose is suddenly hydrated and becomes, it's like, you know in Megamind how he has that dehydration gun? It's that, but like with a pellet in front, so it's a gun that then rehydrates the goose on impact.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And it's like one of those
Patent pending.
like dinosaur the dinosaur tablets that you put in the water and they grow big. It's like that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah. I like this plan.
But it's alive.
We're on track.
It's alive, yes.
Exactly.
Or dead.
The
It doesn't
living
matter.
version.
A dead goose is pretty bad too.
Goose would be just as effective, I think.
But guys, have you ever wanted the convenience of a can inside of a can? Well, I got just the invention for you.
Oh
Buy
boy.
the new can in a can.
They're the best from Canada, because then you get the Canada can in a can.
No, that's a special deal for our Canadian friends. You can get the Canada
Only the
can in a
can-
Canada can.
Only
Canada
the Canadians can get a can of Canada can.
Canada can in a Canada can.
No.
For Canada only.
Canada can in a Canada can. That's for the
Mm.
Canadians. Every other country gets the can in a can.
So what I'm
So
hearing is
Canadians can in the can Canada can.
we have to go to Canada to smuggle Canada can in a Canada can back
Yeah, but
to
that's illegal.
the USA and then sell them on the black market.
Yes.
Yes.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For realistic reasons, if anyone else wants in on this, let us know. We need some contacts on the other side.
Yeah.
We know a guy.
If anyone knows a guy, let us know.
We've got a
Let's
guy.
get us hooked up here.
Get us a guy.
We know a guy who has access to Canada cans in a Canada can.
Okay, so I have, legitimately, I maintain that this could revolutionize the entire industry. This invention I'm about to pitch.
Yes.
Oh god.
I present to you the taser talkie, which is a walkie-talkie combined with a taser. Because how many times have we all been like working as a security guard, and been like trying to communicate that we're following the guy, like, oh, he's on a 6, he's on a 6, he's going down this hallway. I'm on his tail, I'm on his tail. And then suddenly you realize, wait a second, I need to be like tasing this guy right now. He's within reach. I can stop him. But my hand is occupied with the walkie-talkie. What am I supposed to do? Just drop it, pick up the gun? It's too much hassle. He'll get away. So, boom. All I need to do, flip the switch, taser go on, stick him with the walkie-talkie. You can keep talking, and boom, the problem solved. The taser talkie.
I
Taser
have another
talkie.
feature for the taser talkie.
Brilliant. Bring it on. We want multi-purpose Swiss Army knife
All right,
walkie-talkies.
you're having a conversation on the walkie-talkie, but then suddenly the other walkie-talkie is stolen by a Karen, and you have to listen to this Karen's complaints constantly, right? So here's the feature. With the taser talkie, you can activate the taser on the other side to tase the other person
Yes.
talking.
This is brilliant. And then imagine like someone, so guards chasing him down, right? Go back to this hypothetical scenario. Chasing him down, got again, and boom, guy pulls out like a fake and switch. Some other guy ambushes you or something. You're down. They take the walkie-talkie. They're trying to feed false info, except you have a code, so you know when someone is using the walkie-talkie that they're not supposed to. So boom, you hit them. They think they're all good and gonna feed info. Nah, they're actually tasered. Get wrecked.
Get
This is a
wrecked.
genius improvement. I
It's
like this improvement.
genius.
Security, like, revolutionized.
Or
I mean, someone hit us up. We can.
Walkie-talkie.
or this person, let's see. So if we have, it's that you can manually activate the walkie-talkie taser from the other side
Yes.
from the other walkie-talkie. What you do is you hire the guy who's trying to steal the is trying to steal from the museum, and you give him a walkie-talkie, and then you tase him from the other end.
Yes. Brilliant. This is like some National Treasure level stuff.
But what if they try to tase you? using
Oh,
the
he's
other
got a good point.
walkie-talkie?
He's got a good point.
Password activated.
Password
Password
activated.
Password activated.
But if it's too long a password, it's going to take too long to activate the taser. So it's got to be like maybe a 4-digit
No, just like
password.
Alpha Bravo or something. Like literally just a word that you say
Oh, a speak
that you
command.
wouldn't
Oh,
say otherwise.
so you
Yeah.
speak into the walkie-talkie, and it shoots the little taser prongs out and hits the guy.
Man, I
Are we
really
doing?
want some mac and
Exactly.
cheese. Oh God! I accidentally said the keyword.
Oh. I'm sure there'd be training involved.
Yeah.
And
I
it
mean,
wouldn't
you're
be
working with like highly
insane.
advanced equipment here. You're not just gonna like treat it
Highly
like any
advanced.
sort of stuff. Highly advanced. So very sophisticated, created by the best minds.
Makes the keyword the.
April Fool's Day pranks would go crazy.
No, the keyword should be no.
No.
Skibbity.
No.
No.
Not Skibbity.
God.
Did you guys see that
The worst thing you could possibly send.
Skibbity is censored in Minecraft now?
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yes.
Go to Minecraft.
All right, we'll go for a.
I'm terrified of the Skibbity movie that's coming.
Oh God.
It's directed by Michael Bay too. Like genuinely, what is this world coming to?
I think now is a good time to kind of transition from our own inventions and our own genius to not so stupid inventions, real things that have been helpful to the history of mankind, things that have
Cheese.
changed. Have cheese is a good one. You know what else is a good one? Potatoes, because people have invented
Sliced-
potatoes.
Sliced bread.
Mm.
Was lemon the fruit that like we created? Like that we crossbred things and like
I think it was
or was
lime, maybe.
maybe.
No, I don't think any of. I've never heard
I
of that
know.
before.
I know.
Though.
Corn was.
Oh, maybe it was corn.
Are lemons man-made? Let us see. Lemons are not naturally occurring, but are the result of millions of years of evolution and thousands of years of human plant breeding. Lemons are a hybrid of
I mean,
citrons and sour or bitter oranges that evolved through plant breeding over many centuries. So kind of.
It says actually a lot of
I mean,
citrus are like crossbred,
I
but
think
not
like
like intentionally. It doesn't say.
most domesticated plants and animals are like so changed from their original form that you could say they're man-made at this
So
point.
dogs are man-made.
I mean, they
Y-
wouldn't be
Is it
this
dogs are man?
way if we
All right,
didn't
cool.
exist.
We'll just toss dogs on the list. Go to the invention. Great job, humanity. Pat on the back for that.
I don't know.
uh, lemons, along with oranges, grapefruits, limes, mandarins, and all other citrus, are hybrids derived from or other ancestral fruits.
That's so
S-
specific.
So all well, it's just all citruses are
Hmm.
like evolved forms of original citrons.
Yo, Tron Ares has their composer announced for the new film. Kind of hyped for that.
Movies were a great
Totally relevant.
invention. Movies were a great invention.
Amen to that. Video games,
Video games,
a little
yeah.
controversial, but on the whole, solid. I don't know. There's a lot of things you could list as like good inventions. Because as much as we bash science and scientists, and as much as we should bash science and scientists for doing some really whack things, they 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 kind of cooked a bit.
Cooking for real. You know, whoever
Not meth
invented
though.
this
Meth is
Earth
bad
thing
invention.
was kind of a genius.
Praise be to God.
I was good. I was gonna say shout out God.
This
Shout out to
video
my
is
homie in
sponsored
chat.
by God.
If you think about it, God is just the sponsor of everything, basically. I guess
Whoa,
I guess there's some
He's just supporting everything.
I guess
that's
there's
deep,
some like
man.
exceptions to that.
Some are
Like
sponsored by the other guy.
what?
Some are sponsored by the other guy.
Yeah.
That guy who lost to a fiddler in Georgia. Noob.
What a noob.
Classic. L.
El Devil.
El
El
Bro can't even win a
Diablo.
fiddling contest.
El Diablo.
That explains his name. Not gonna lie. That
Whoever
suddenly everything
invented
makes sense.
Spanish, whoa.
Honestly, hot take. They were not cooking on that one.
They weren't cooking on Spanish.
Sebastian regularly tells me things in Spanish, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, I literally don't know Spanish. And then he responds to my answer in Spanish, and it's like Sebastian.
That's his shout out.
That's a Sebastian moment.
It is a very
Hashtag.
Sebastian moment.
Un Sebastian momento.
I think we're kind of wrapping this up at this point, especially since
Wait, wait.
Isaac's kind of got to go soon.
I've got a deadline.
Yeah.
I have to look up the translation of something in Spanish.
Waiting with bated breath.
Uh. Pero qué es una memoria falsa?
I just want to know how badly you pronounce that. Can we get an expert in the chat?
We get an expert in the comments to criticize our Spanish speaking ability.
Bring it on.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. It's been fun. Glad that we got
As
around to
always.
recording. Um,
As always.
so I'm going to pick someone to do the outro, and by someone
As
I
always.
mean Cosmo. Yep.
As
Ah,
always.
You will be
All right.
hosting next week, Cosmo, if we get around to recording next week. Isaac, I know you are kind of busy. Going to be kind of busy.
College starting to back up.
Yeah.
I
I
am-
legitimately, my schedule is packed, so I might just not be in the next episode.
I am
Yeah.
Tune in
going
next
back
week to find out.
to school the 21st. So we'll see. I'll probably be able to do it if we do it before I leave.
Yeah.
Tune in next week to find out. Will we have an episode next week?
All right, I'm gonna do the outro. I'm gonna invent an outro here.
Whoa, he's going to invent something.
Fantastic. On the spot invention.
Okay, outro has been invented. Goodbye, everyone. This was Off Topic, the Off Topic podcasts thing. See you next time.